Add a touch of mystery with this hooded kaftan dress, perfect for slipping on before a show or making a dramatic entrance on stage. Hi everyone, it's Mom from Sparkly Belly. Today I'm so excited to show you how to sew this beautiful kaftan dress step by step. It's so easy to make with no pattern needed. Let's get started. To make this hooded kaftan dress, you need these materials. You'll find the list in the description. Step 1, take measurements. First, take a measurement of your chest at the fullest point. Also, fold your fabric in half right-sized together, hold it up and stand in front of a mirror. Hold the fold against the top of your shoulders and adjust the fold until the bottom edge of the front layer touches the floor. Then switch your hands around carefully and place the folded fabric on a flat surface like this so that the longer layer is the top layer. Step 2, draw and cut your kaftan dress design. So you have your fabric folded like this. Now fold the fabric again in half lengthwise. At this point, line up the corners of the short layers and other edges neatly. Now take a fabric marker and from the corner here, measure 10 centimeters or 4 inches and make a mark on the fold. From the same corner, measure 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch down and make a mark. Connect these marks with a curved line. Make it flat as it gets closer towards this fold so you get a nice smoothly shaped neckline. Next, measure 22 centimeters or 8 3/4 of an inch from the corner at the top and mark it on the fold. From here, measure your chest measurement divided by 4 plus 2 centimeters or 3/4 of an inch and make a mark. From this end of the fold, measure 50 centimeters or 20 inches down and make a mark on the edge. Connect these 2 points like this. This will create a flared sleeve. Next, connect this point to the bottom corner of the short layer. Now from this mark you made earlier on the fold, measure down to the bottom of the top layer. Measure the same length on this line you just drew from the top end and make a mark on the line. Pivot your measuring tape and mark the same measurement from the top end of this line. Pivot again and mark the same length. Continue until you reach the bottom of this top layer. Connect the dots smoothly. This way you can make sure the side seams won't drag on the floor. At the top of the side seam line, smooth out the corner like this. Now cut along all these lines, all layers together. And cut just one layer along the fold all the way to the neckline like this. This will be the front opening. At the neckline, measure 17.5 centimeters or 7 inches down and make a mark on the fold. Connect this mark to the neckline smoothly like this. Now cut the top layer along this line to shape the front neckline. Flip the dress and shape the other side the same way. And your dress panel is ready. Step 3, cut your hood panels. Next, we're going to cut 2 panels for the hood. You can get my free oversized hood pattern from the link in the description. Fold the leftover fabric in half, right-sized together, and simply place the pattern on top. Add a 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance along the curved edges and 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch seam allowance along the straight edge and cut out the panels. My pattern is made larger than your typical hoodie because I think a larger one looks cuter on a kaftan dress and gives more coverage over your head. Step 4, sew your hooded kaftan dress. Alright, let's assemble the dress. First, finish all the raw edges of the dress panel. Since I'm using chiffon, I did a narrow rolled hem for all the edges. You can use a narrow hem foot or a zigzag stitch on a sewing machine or do a rolled hem on a serger. Then place the dress panel right-sized together and do a straight stitch from the ends of the sleeves to the sides all the way to the hem of the dress. Use a 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. For the hood, finish all the raw edges and place the hood panels right-sized together and do a straight stitch with a 1 centimeter seam allowance along the curved edge. It's nice to press the seam open here so your finished hood will sit nicely on your head. If you have a tailor's hem like this, use it at the curved area. And along this long edge, fold 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch from the edge towards the wrong side and give it a good press. And do a straight stitch right along the finished edge. Now find the center point of the back side of the neckline by folding the dress in half and mark it with a pin. Place the hood on the dress right sides together and match the seam and the pin. And align the rest of the edges and place pins or clips. There are no marks indicating where the ends of the hood should end up, so be careful not to stretch the edges, and when you look at it from the front side, make sure the hood looks symmetrical. You can also measure from these corners to make sure the ends are positioned at the same distances from there. And do a straight stitch with a 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch seam allowance. And for the rest of the front neckline, fold 1 centimeter or 3/8 of an inch from the edges towards the wrong side and do a straight stitch. You can do the same for the entire front opening if you like, but I chose to leave it as it is. Step 5, add hooks. Now starting from the bottom of the front neckline, mark 5 points every 10 centimeters or 4 inches along the edges of the front opening on both sides. Take your hand sewing needles and sew on bra hooks and eyes on the wrong side at every point you marked. Give a millimeter between the hooks and eyes and the edges of the fabric. This way when you close the front, there'll be no gap in the middle. And your hooded kaftan dress is complete! It's simple, elegant, and full of dramatic flair. Perfect as a cover-up or a cool prop. And of course, feel free to decorate it if you like. By the way, if you want to make this dress, make sure to check out Sparkly Belly's All Access membership. With All Access membership, you get instant access to all my courses, 19 and counting, with over 32 designs, including many dress designs. Customize each piece to your unique measurements and budget, and create the perfect professional outfits for your style. Curious? Check out the link in the description. So have fun wowing your audience with mysterious entrance in your own hooded kaftan dress. And if you like this video, you might also enjoy my other kaftan dress cover-up tutorial with pockets and butterfly sleeves. Thanks for watching and keep sparkling!